記憶が残る場所。トゲのある花ばかりだ。
Let's save some time. All together! Let's save some time.
Who invited you?
Too slow.
I could take 10 of you! Here you go, Master!
In the mood for another beating?
Fangs and claws got done. Never hesitate! I won't do it. I venture forth to hunt. Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Awesome! Ready to shine! Time to show you Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards! What's this? No manners, huh? Who will it be?
The fearless knows not fear. Too slow. I won't do.
That's all you got?
I could take 10 of you! Yeah! Everything is worth. Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing!
I venture forth to hunt. Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Crowfeather stealth. Fight changes with changelessness. Like a shadow.
Who invited you? Commencing support.
Darkness charm.
Everything is worth. Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing! Enemy targets detected. Ready for another? Enemy data net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack!
Darkness charm.
Scared yet?
Time to reap. You cannot hide. Darkness charm. Darkness charm.
Commencing support.
Step up, let's see ya. There's no time to lose.
Minds and Reaper!
The confidence.
Who will it be?
That's all you got? Darkness charm. Nice, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Who invited?
Darkness charm.
Everything is ridiculous. Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing! Enemy ready for another? Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack!
Darkness charm.
To be reborn.
Found your weakness! Scared yet? Who will it be?
Let's go.
Everything is ridiculous. Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing!
Fighting is meaningless.
Who invited you? Huh?
This is our chance.
Strike first!
Just getting started. Don't get cocky. Where's the applause? Let's see some sparks fly!
Not nap time. Let me
Give up. Step out of it.
Want to see what I can do? Dodge this! Time for a shot.
Keep patching me up.
Don't your hands hurt? Let me Naughty child. Just a little something. Think nothing of it. You're the best. Take this! Rise, Venus!
Seriously? When is this war dance going to start? The Sky Splitter has been hovering there for ages. When can we board and see?
Is this how long-life species live? Everything proceeds so slowly. The effectiveness of anticipation in my emotional center is at an all-time high. Oh,
Relax. The Realm Keeping Commission will send boarding notices to all ticket holders. The Gazette said the Sky Splitter will fire a salute before the ceremony starts.
I saw the schedule for the first day of the tournament. Can you believe the Ringmaster accepted 4 challenges? And he's just a kid. So, who are you betting on, Bardo?
I'm betting on neither. I lost all my credits betting on Roboball games in Taikian. This time, I've decided not to rely on probability games to accomplish my target of getting rich.
War dance. Here you are. I heard you and Mr. Dan Heng went to meet the judges, and then a riot broke out in the shackling prison. I was so worried about you.
There was a revolt in the shackling prison. Fortunately, we were protected by the guards until the Cloud Knights arrived to rescue us.
I was planning to take Miss March and Yoon Lee to Stargazer Navalia to see the Sky Splitter up close. They were acting strange. It seems they infiltrated. I wonder who provided them. Yeah, I heard them too. The security of the Luofu is more important to me than anything else. I need to fulfill my duties as a Cloud Knight Lieutenant before taking on the honor of being a... Those tourists just want to see some good sword fights. Anyone can participate in this kind of tournament. It doesn't have to be me. The real challenge lies beyond the ring on the Sky Splitter. If we don't capture the fugitives soon, Hule will wreak havoc. Obviously, there's someone behind the scenes orchestrating this prison break, intending to spread chaos. If we fail to thwart their evil plan, what honor will be left?
Well said. You may be tiny in stature, but your ambition matches that of the Yao Qing's warriors.
Hey, this has nothing to do with my height.
Yes. I suggested to Yanqing that we find a place to have a decent meal. A hunter must be well fed before the hunt.
You still have a good appetite, even in the face of disaster. You truly are the Merlin's Claw. Please finish the food quickly so we can get to work, General.
Well, that's not up to me. Dig in. I called you here so you could enjoy the food.
Me? This isn't the time for a leisurely meal, and this is way too much for me.
Oh. You'd give me time to enjoy a meal, but not yourself? Ever since you encountered those Borison spies, you've been so busy that you've hardly eaten anything. You can't defeat Hule on an empty stomach. Take your time. Enjoy the meal and calm yourself.
Hule's whereabouts are still unknown, and they've even taken Mr. Jiao Cho hostage. The longer we wait, the more complicated the situation becomes.
Jiao Cho always said I'm the most impatient person among the Cloud Knights, and I can't argue with that. So, there's no reason for you to be more anxious than me. I've fought against Borison abominations for years, and I know their ferocity and cunning well. The Borison were clearly well prepared for this prison break, and now they are staying in the shadows. They have no reason. When facing cunning and ferocious prey, the hunter must be more patient, biding their time to seize the golden chance for a decisive blow. Once Hule loses his patience and reveals himself...
But when will that time...
Like I said, it's a...
General Hua Yan, the Skyfaring Commission has finished its preparations.
Representing the consensus between the Merlin's Claw and the Divine Foresight, I'll step in as the temporary commanding officer of the seat of Divine Foresight and oversee the Six Commission's affairs.
What is the situation at the Shackling prison?
Hule made a quick escape and even sealed the gates of the prison. As of now, the Cloud Knights have re-established contact with the staff inside. The good news is the two Nameless who were trapped in the Shackling prison are safe and sound.
I know I shouldn't use the word great given the current situation, but...
We've lost contact with one of the messengers from the Xianzhou Yaoqing. The Borison have Don't worry, Yuko. Fei Shao is leading the wolf hunt operation, and you know how capable she...
I have no doubt about General Fei Shao's capabilities, General Hua Yan. I'm more concerned about the Wardens. According to the plan, the ceremony will begin in 6 hours. The Sky Splitter will be activated, and all visitors will board the ship to... But now, with Hule's whereabouts unknown, everything is filled with uncertainty.
Arch is right, Grandpa. I heard the escaped prisoner from the Shackling prison is beyond formidable.
So, Yun Li.
Well, I believe we should declare martial law and allocate manpower to search for the escaped prisoners. And as for the war dance...
Your plan sounds solid, but unfortunately, solid plans rarely get a chance to be implemented. I believe that... The first are the many travelers who have come all the way here for the war dance. If we declare martial law now, it's like declaring that the Law Fu isn't safe. How do you think the outsiders would react? They'd be terrified. The second party is the staff of the Xianzhou Law Fu's 6 commissions. They've invested a lot of resources and manpower into organizing the war dance. Suddenly suspending it indefinitely would create... But of course, not everyone disagrees with your idea.
Really?
The mastermind behind this incident would fully support your opinion. Hule's escape and your discovery of Borison's spies at Stargazer Navalia. The fugitive is just one piece in the game. The one controlling the pieces wants to spread chaos and suspicion among the people on the Law Fu. If we declare martial law and postpone the war dance, we'll fall into their trap and instill fear in people even before Hule actually does it. We'll search for the prisoners while maintaining order on the Luofu, acting as if...
As if nothing has happened. Yanqing said he'd assist the generals, and now he's nowhere to be found. With the host ringmaster gone, how are we supposed to act like nothing has happened?
That's why I called the two of you.
Master Yun Li, is General Huaiyan asking you to be the ringmaster and...
No, that's not the...
General Huaiyan, are you asking...
You caught on quickly, Miss March. That's exactly...
But Miss March is a guest invited by General Jing Yuan, Grandpa. How can an outsider represent the Luofu in the ring? It will make the Xianzhou Luofu a...
Dear child, the nameless of the Astral Express are renowned throughout the cosmos. It's an honor to have them participate in the ceremony. Plus, Miss March is a disciple of the little Cloud Knight Lieutenant. How can she be regarded as an outsider? We can't afford to have any problems during the war dance. I'm entrusting you not only with the honor of the ring, but also with the security. Yukong, please explain to them the rest of the arrangement.
I am sorry for our improper management, and I truly appreciate your assistance, General.
There is no need to apologize. We Cloud Knights fight on the battlefield while you judges punish the criminals. We are two sides of the same Xianzhou Luofu, and it is I've grasped the situation of the prison break. Now tell me more about the current state of...
Borison infiltrated the prison in disguise and released the prisoners, spreading chaos. Among the judges on duty in the 4 divisions, Judge Shui from the detention division was killed and is temporarily unavailable. So, I'm taking over her duties and commanding Arumaton spectral envoys and spiritfarers to quickly restore order in the...
I and the 2 behind me will go deeper into the prison to investigate.
General, the situation inside is still chaotic and perilous.
It's common for Cloud Knight generals to face danger directly. Hule has escaped, and the Yaoqing envoy is being held hostage by the Borison. His fate is unknown. Not only did the Merlin's Claw offer no reproach, she decided to go after Hule herself to prevent further calamity. I believe the Luofu owes her something in return for her fervent determination. How did the infiltrators learn about the location where Hule was held? And how did they time their plan just before the Yaoqing messengers were ready to escort? Finding the answer to these questions shouldn't be too difficult. What truly matters is if we can gather the clues that lead us to the mastermind behind all of this.
I understand, but I'm afraid it won't be an easy task.
For a long time, this hidden force has been pursuing their own goals and undermining the security of the Luofu. Backing down now will only encourage them to further endanger the...
The 10 Lords Commission will support your decision with everything we have, General.
Dan Heng and Ling Sha. I'll need both of you to accompany me on this challenging journey.
Well, it's part of my responsibilities as the Cauldron Master. So, where would you like...
Let's start with those Borison disguised as Foxians.
My people have already prepared the evidence. According to Lieutenant Yanqing's report, he stumbled upon a few suspicious Foxians at Stargazer Navalia. After following them, he discovered that they were actually Borison in disguise.
Looking at him now, it's hard to imagine how he transformed into a fox.
My alchemists detected some complex ingredients in his remains, which might explain how these Borisin were able to disguise themselves. Simply put, Foxians and Borisin share a common ancestry. Although they look completely different now, there isn't much genetic difference between them. This medicine allows Borisin to temporarily change their shape into that of—
So, in other words, if they stop taking the medicine, their true form will...
Indeed. This means that these Borisin have a steady supply of the medicine within the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. Looks like the Alchemy Commission is involved once again. When I was sorting through the prescriptions they use, I came across one called Semblance Reversion Essence. It's designed to help those disciples suppress signs of their Mara-struck forms and maintain their normal appearance. When I compared it to the medicine found in the Borisin's body—
They're one and the same.
the medicinal properties and ingredients may differ, but the principle remains the same.
Since ancient times, the Borisin have always sought to have more powerful bodies, regarding the Foxians as weaklings. Yet, in order to save their warhead, they were willing to disguise themselves as Foxians.
If these infiltrators rely on the medicine to maintain their disguise, then following this lead in our investigation seems prudent. Please follow me. Here we are. According to the judge, this area is not yet under control, so we should proceed cautiously. I've captured the nature of the medicine in my sensor. By following the medicinal fumes, we should be able to retrace the steps of the disguised Borisin. Incredible strength. The attackers—
Such brute strength is not something an ordinary Borisin possesses. This is
If I may be so bold to ask, is this Borisin truly that—
I have lived a bit longer and engaged in a few more battles than you, Miss Lingshaw. To the Alliance, Borisin have always been the most formidable adversaries. And Hule is a monster feared even among his own kind. With his strength, Hule united numerous Borisin pacts, forming a grand army of abominations of abundance. They constantly pushed the Alliance's armies into peril over 7 centuries ago. I followed my mentor on a campaign against the abominations, and I personally witnessed the devastation on the battlefield, even with medicinal pellets that suppressed the fear caused by his lupitoxin. Countless Cloud Knights succumbed to panic in the face of his murderous aura. They couldn't even raise a hand in resistance. If the former sword champion hadn't immobilized Hule with her frost blade, the outcome of that fateful battle could have been very. By the end of the battle, only a few of us remained. The crimson moon cast the sheen of blood on all. Everything I saw was painted dark red.
If that's the case, why wasn't the beast executed instead of being imprisoned? On the Xianzhou Juming, the judges cast those unforgivable and nearly immortal abominations of abundance into the eternal flames of the stars, reducing them to ashes. Their so-called immortality is just a facade. I mean, nothing can truly defy death, can it? I just don't understand why the Luofu kept this tumor for so long, leading to the terrible situation we're facing now. But I guess I understand. The people of the Luofu are known for their kindness. Even when faced with the malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, they couldn't bring themselves to cut it out. Instead, they exiled the healer, who tried to solve the problem, to the Xianzhou Juming.
I understand if you hold grudges against me, Miss Lingshaw. I take the blame for the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. As for why Hule was only in prison, I can shed some light on that too.
I'm just a healer, I'm not familiar with the past. I'd appreciate it if you could enlighten me, General.
All right. Let me tell you more about it as we go.
Incense ascends, entwined with ethereal clouds.
Eternal. Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
Like fire until everything burns to ashes!
The mood is set just right. Let the show begin!
Fight to live! Move forward! Ignite!
Did this Cloud Knight also take the medicine?
No. This is a Borisin in disguise. A guard killed him before he could return to his original form.
All these Borisin are dressed in official attire. Besides the Cloud Knight, there were also 2 Borisin disguised as members of the Skyfaring Commission and the Artisanship Commission. Whoever is providing them with official identities must hold the position of power. Let's search elsewhere.
Eternal.
Dreams do come true.
You're stubborn. Allow me to purge the root of the problem. Be of pure body and mind. Like until everything burns to ashes!
Take your positions. Let the show begin!
Stay away!
Recalibrating!
There's more to life.
May the foul stench dissipate quickly. Fight to live!
Stay in step.
Attack detected!
Existence is unity.
Take your positions. Let's improvise.
Immerse yourself in it. The truth burns clear. Everything in this world is bleeding. Time to cleanse the filth.
Initiate cleanup. Attack!
Like until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
Someone bit open his arteries and drained almost all of his blood while he was still alive.
Despite being a long-lived species, Borson are actually more like predatory beasts that must feed on raw blood and flesh. I've heard that Hule was deprived of food and water, and it's hard to imagine how he managed to suppress his hunger for over 7 centuries. Will the hostage from the Yaoqing be able to avoid being his meat?
Such is the terrible nature of the abominations of abundance, just like you said, Miss Lingshaw. Casting a creature that can't be killed into a star would be a way to permanently get rid of it.
The Foxians didn't agree to that.
Exactly. The atrocities committed by Hule went beyond mere massacres. Throughout numerous wars, we made every effort to eradicate the Borison. But Hule, with his mysterious sorcery, turned countless Foxians into his pawns. The Foxians curse his name day and night, and they even use it to scare children into staying quiet. How could they grant a swift death to such a great sinner? I wonder if you know why Hule wasn't taken into custody by the Foxian majority Xianzhou Yaoqing.
As you mentioned, your mentor was an exceptional warrior and was the one who defeated Hule, an extraordinary achievement. Therefore, the Marshal placed this feral beast under the jurisdiction of the Xianzhou.
It seems you have a major misunderstanding about this arrangement, Miss Lingshaw.
Sound lingers.
Please stay tuned.
Yanqing told me that an IPC ship was attacked by Borison. Is this what they were transporting on the ship?
Yes. The Artisanship Commission and Alchemy Commission conducted a joint examination and found that parts of this machine are made from specially refined I heard the Intelligentsia Guild has been researching the biological properties of long-life species, hoping to make medical or combat-related discoveries. However, they haven't dared to cross any lines due to their so-called relation.
Perhaps to those scholars, Borison are no different from lab animals.
No. If it were only about revenge, they could just wreck the ship and destroy all the cargo. Instead of allowing it to end up, it was a deliberate display to showcase the dangerous nature of the cargo in broad daylight. This way, the cargo would end up in the shackling prison, serving as a tool for the prison.
This skill in exploiting the blind spots of others' mindsets is so atypical of them. I'm afraid the IPC and the Intelligentsia Guild unknowingly became their accomplices.
Watch out!
even after suffering such severe attacks?
Their imitation of long-life species has crossed the line.
The mood is set. Let the show begin!
Detonate!
Let's improvise.
Like until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live! Set the seas ablaze!
Shut it down!
You haven't answered my question about why Hule was imprisoned in the Lafu instead of the Yaoqing, General. You've been reserved in your response.
The reason why the Marshal didn't leave Hule on the Yaoqing lies in the very mech in front of us.
Are you suggesting that there are people trying to understand Hule's secrets and use them for their own purposes? Well, I understand. I've heard that the Foxians on the Yaoqing share a bloodline with the Borson. And just like the Borson, some of the Foxians there experience an uncontrollable insanity called moon rage. The Marshal believed that this would be inhumane and no different from what the Borson did. So
Exactly. While Borison see moon rage as a blessing that unlocks their true potential, Foxians see it as an inevitable curse within their bloodline. Why can Borison control the power of moon rage? Can we Foxians break free from this curse? These questions were asked frequently. Each questioner had good intentions. To the Foxians of the Yaoqing, Hule was not only the warhead of the Borison.
that's why the Marshal decided to imprison Hule and the Lafu. It wasn't an honor, but rather a warning.
Because such selfish pursuits in the name of good intentions once led to a tragedy on the Lafu.
This edition of Imbibitor Lunae. By imprisoning Hule and the Xianzhou Lafu, the Marshal both suppressed the dangerous intentions of the Yaoqing Foxians and warned the Xianzhou Lafu to refrain from
That was a necessary trade-off. The Xianzhou alliance is not solely about the Xianzhou natives. Only when all three races, Foxian, Vidyadhara, and Xianzhou natives, form an alliance.
Thank you for enlightening me. Was it for the same reason that you traded off my mentor to the Xianzhou Zhuming, only to stand idle and allow the resurgence of the disciples of...
You said that I couldn't bear to cut out the malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, but instead exiled the healer who tried to solve the problem. But did your mentor tell you her good intentions led her to perform certain healing arts on Dun Hung, who had just finished his hatching rebirth, so that he would regain the memories of it?
What did you just say?
She believed that restoring the High Elder's knowledge of his past life would allow the Vidyadhara to resume their duty as the guardians of the Ambrosial Arbor, quelling the strife within their clan and bringing everything back on the road. But just as I mentioned earlier, the road to catastrophe is always paved with good intentions. Since then, the 6 charioteers decided that the Alchemy Commission would no longer have a cauldron master.
If that's the case, I should thank you for protecting my mentor by
Quite the contrary.
thanking me.
All I ever want is to have a clear conscience. However, can long-life species truly achieve that goal in their long-drawn lives? For example, you were implicated along with your mentor and forced to leave your homeland without knowing. And now, with the complicated situation in the Alchemy Commission, the Alliance has spared me a lot of trouble by sending you to handle this challenging task. Should it?
Your eloquence is indeed impressive, the divine foresight. You won't even leave me any excuses to hold a grudge against you. But let me make it clear. The Alliance sent me here to handle the business impartially.
It doesn't matter which side you choose, Miss Lingshaw. At the end of the day, both you and I...
Sound lingers.
Please stay tuned.
Incense ascend. These Mara-struck soldiers don't...
How can you tell?
These soldiers are fully armed. Obviously, they didn't hastily join the battle.
The messenger named Morza did say that there were two groups of attackers. And the other attackers, aside from the Borison, could hide their tracks. I believe he was...
Hide their tracks?
Exactly. I've engaged with these attackers before, and they used Cloud Hymn magic to hide their presence. Without careful observation...
You once warned me to be cautious of the Vidyadhara Elder's influence within the Alchemy Commission.
What's on your mind, Miss Lingshaw?
Well, it seems that someone provided the attackers with a map of the shackling prison. And considering the Vidyadhara's involvement in the prison's construction, it raises suspicion about their... Additionally, the fact that the Borison need medicine to disguise themselves would suggest that there are still moles within the Alchemy Commission assisting them. Moreover, forging official identities for the undercover Borison would require someone with significant and presence of assassins capable of using Cloud Hymn magic deepens my suspicion about the But why would the Vidyadhara collude with the Borison and aid in Hulei's escape?
They aim to spread chaos. They believe that only in chaos can they regain their former power. Since this edition of Imbibe de Lune, the once proud dragon race has been powerless, watching their influence wane. Being a native of the Luofu, Miss Lingsha, I believe...
However, I don't think the Preceptors are the true masterminds. If I'm not mistaken, the one behind all this treachery is the Lord Ravager who exploited the weaknesses within the Luofu and instigated the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, ultimately leading to the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection.
Please remember, General, that everything I've mentioned is mere speculation. We need concrete evidence for a public trial. If you want to interrogate someone within the Vidyadhara's ranks, you'll need irrefutable proof.
So, what's your plan?
I'll send an invitation to the Preceptors. The Preceptors have been inviting me for a personal meeting since my arrival on Alafu. Now, I'll send them the remains of these Mara-struck soldiers and the route map I found in the prisoner's possession. Then, I'll ask them to meet me. I'd like to hear their explanations.
Good idea. If I were to take action, it might alert the true mastermind. I trust you to handle this matter, Miss Lingshaw. And don't worry if things don't go smoothly. Once the wolf hunt operation is over, the hidden...
Speaking of the wolf hunt operation, I'm truly worried about the Yaoqing messenger who was taken hostage. Hulei was starving in the shackling prison for centuries. I don't know. May Rainbow's blessing keep him safe.
As I said, I'm a healer. But my art of healing requires the culinary arts to be truly effective. The magic of my cauldron is its ability to make all kinds of medicines into dishes that patients can eat. When simmered and cooked together, any kind of
delicacy. But isn't that just one flavor overpowering?
Well, you have a point. Let me ask you this. If there's a fussy child who refuses to eat green peppers, what's the best way to make him eat?
Stuff the kid's mouth with the green peppers and cook him alive.
You have quite the sense of humor. I've heard that you, Borison, have lost many of your taste buds during the self-modification process, so you can't experience complex flavors. Only the saltiness of blood and
It's a shame I don't have any green peppers right now. Otherwise, I'd happily
I'm just kidding. The answer is quite simple. Chop up the peppers and mix them with minced meat to make meatballs. This way, the flavor of the meat overpowers the taste of the peppers. And even a fussy child can enjoy.
Can I just boil your tongue in this hot pot? I know you're trying to buy time until someone comes. You said that Jin Liu recently returned to the Luofu, right? Well, she did come back. But, unfortunately, Do you really think you can delay our departure by provoking Lord Hulei's desire for revenge? You see Borisin as savages who know nothing about the Xianzhou. But in fact, we know all about you. The more hope you hold in your heart, the greater your pain will be when death comes.
His composure is only a temporary effect of the medicine.
Lord Hulei!
Oh, you pathetic Foxians. For thousands of years, we were the ones who allowed you to live, and who granted you civilization. But in the end, you chose... But it's all right. As long as you catch the scent of your masters, you obediently return to us. No matter.
Hulei. Have you ever wondered why it took them 7 centuries? The Borisin's era has long passed. Did they ever tell you these harsh facts before giving you hope for returning home? Now they're being crushed by the Merlin's claw of the Yaoqing, by a Foxian. They're hiding in remote corners of the cosmos, trembling with fear like a wounded beast on its last legs.
The Merlin's claw of the Yaoqing. A Foxian?
He isn't lying. That lowly beast was a war slave who ran away from our pack. Cannon fodder, a thief! She stole our power and used her knowledge about us to fight us, using every dirty...
And she bested you, Moktok. Fairness is but a pathetic excuse for the dead and defeated.
In our darkest hours, it was a prophet of the Master of Immortality, named Mongus, who showed us the way. Her guidance brought us home.
This prophet, Mongus...
The prophet made this proclamation. The Borisin have been divided for too long, and only your return can unite all the packs, restoring us to our former glory. That's when we learned that you were still alive. It must have... And the prophet told us that the Foxian general of the Yaoqing would take you to her ship during the Luofu's war dance, and that it would be our best chance to infiltrate and free you from your prison. And...
That so-called prophet lied to all of you. She just sent...
But her prophecy has come true. Our warhead is right here!
Once the news about the prison break spreads, the Cloud Knights will close all the ports. You may think you've escaped the prison, but you're just trapped in another cage, known...
Let me kill this unruly, lowly beast, Lord, right now! Everyone in the Luofu is distracted by the stupid war dance, so this will be the perfect chance to escape! Once you've returned to your territory, your revenge against the Xianzhou...
Perfect chance to return to my weak and shattered pack at the mercy of a ridiculous false prophet and become a mere puppet in her clutches. Her plan is full of... Listen up. A wolf never allows itself to become prey. From now on... Since you are so confident that the Cloud Knights will close the ports, Jiao Chou, I'm now giving you a chance to go and see it for yourself.
Wait, what did you just...
But my lord!
Would an alpha wolf ever listen to a cub?
No, I've never heard any...
I'm offering you a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You will come back. Because Foxians like you always...
I can't believe he actually... Perhaps I can try to warn the Cloud Knights. Just as I suspected. The Cloud Knights must have been aware of the situation inside the shackling prison for some time. Will General Fei Xiao for now?
Would you like to board my star skiff? Well, my little star skiff can't accommodate that. We need to hurry, wherever. Close the ports? Why would they do?
I'm sorry, but the Realm Keeping Commission Chancery... Hey, although we're...
Hey there. I noticed you'd been looking at me for quite a while. Understood. Please come to me if you need any help.
Stop asking. I'm off duty now. You're not one of us, but I smell
The Warhead sent me here to check on the situation.
No, not at all. Instead, the Skyfaring Commission is clearing routes to prioritize star skiffs heading to the Sky Splitter. This will make our ships more noticeable when we try to escape.
The ports haven't been closed? What is going on? Stalling won't help. It's time to confront Hule and see what tricks he's up to.
You're back, Jiao Chou.
You were closely watching me, weren't you? And if I sought help from anyone, your people would kill them.
Oh, exactly. They don't want to publicize my escape. I understand. It's no surprise, for fear is more deadly than claws and fangs. Especially what lurks here is not a group of fugitives, but rather a pack of wolves amidst a flock. My cubs are hungry, ready to feast on flesh and blood. Your calm facade will soon crumble. I can tear through it and expose your pathetic bones any time. Of course, you can try your luck and believe that your wits will save you. But remember, you're not the only hostage in this city. If you trust now, let's talk about the Foxian general you serve. Moktok says she's here for me, which means she'll be hunting me. Before the hunt begins, I need to know my opponent. You can refuse. Good. At least you didn't try to draw attention with a scream. That way no one will...
Fine. I'll tell you what you want to know about her. You can torture me until I talk. Here's the question that's been bothering me. How have you managed to survive and endure centuries of torture?
So, is that why the Shenjiao Yaoqing wanted to take me away? I still remember. In the early years of my captivity, the Foxians came and went. They extracted my blood and marrow, trying to unravel the mystery of moon rage. They wanted to conquer their fear of the Borisin, and unfortunately, they failed to uncover the secret. So, some seek power to destroy their enemies, while others seek power to become. Ah, I see. You're the most pitiful of them all, healer of the Yaoqing. You seek power to share it well? Then let me tell you, in our ancient legends, Duran, the ancestor of the Borisin, was dissatisfied with his limited lifespan and power. He yearned to dominate to achieve his goal. He sacrificed the lives of countless Borisin and Foxians, pouring them into the spring bestowed by the Master of Immortality. Through a form of genetic sorcery, the water gave birth to a miracle. The lunar embryo. Duran ascended the birthing bed and obtained what he desired, a heart in the shape of a deep red full moon. He cut open his chest and replaced his original heart. Laugh all you want, but only I know the truth behind this moon heart beats within the body of every generation of the Borisin warhead. In the ritual that decides the new warhead, the successor cuts open the previous warhead's chest and consumes the divine heart, thus possessing it as... Devouring is the true essence of life, allowing us to endure and thrive. It gathers the life essence of all the I thought all hope was lost after 7 centuries of torment. But now, All right. Now it's your turn.
Jiao Chou, I found you.
I know I'm in no position to question your orders, but if I understand correctly, you already have intelligence.
That's right. My people are busy collecting clues now.
General, before we completely lost contact with Jiao Chou, I picked up a signal from his Jade Abacus. It won't take long before we locate their whereabouts.
If that's the case, shouldn't we immediately go there and join forces to eliminate the Borisin? Why are we returning to start?
Looks like your general has only taught you swordplay, not the art of the hunt. There's an old saying among the Borisin. In the forest, the hunter may easily become the hunted. While we may call ourselves the hunters now, chasing them blindly will only...
Are you joking, General? He's just a wolf who's been imprisoned for 7 centuries. Even with his accomplices, they're no match for us numerous Lawfu Cloud Knights. How could he consider us?
Do not underestimate the enemy. Hule is not an ordinary Borisin that can be easily killed. The advantage in numbers means nothing when we face that monster. A vicious beast who hasn't tasted blood and flesh in 7 centuries is now lurking on the streets of the Lawfu right before the war dance. This is...
To him, the lives of ordinary people are just meat, ready to be devoured at any...
Exactly. That is why we must succeed in our first strike, or the situation. You've heard of this military tactic, right? When you surround your enemy, leave one side open for them to escape. A skilled hunter must be well prepared, waiting for the prey at the most advent. What would we do if we were the escapees from the shackling prison? While we can disguise ourselves and blend in with the crowd, we don't plan on staying here for long. In this case, what do we need most now?
A star skiff to get us out of the Lawfu. The Borisin we discovered at Stargazer Navalia were actually preparing a vessel for...
We predict their next move, and we take them. Let's start from where you found those Borisin and corner Arbor.
This is where we ran into the Borisin last time. It looks the same as usual.
Because I blocked all the relevant news, to make it seem as if nothing had happened. Losing contact with their accomplices preparing the star skiff will surely put them on guard. However, the more well-prepared a plan is, the longer it takes to adjust when it's disrupted.
Are you suggesting that there are Borisin here at Stargazer Navalia right now?
This is an automated area. So don't you think that there are a bit too many people? First, look at those 2 Skyfaring Commission staff members. Then, there's a Cloud Knight soldier. Lastly, there's if you have a target in mind, let's go investigate.
You're aware of the Borisin prison break, right?
Yeah, I've received the news.
Looks like you've been keeping an eye on the Sky Splitter.
No, everything is normal on the ship. Nothing out of the ordinary.
This is not a location for a Cloud Knight on guard.
Well, this spot offers a great view. Are you here?
Yes.
You've been observing the Sky Splitter for a while.
Honestly, just watching the ship from here isn't too thrilling. I wish I could go on board and witness Lieutenant Yanqing's... Speaking of which, Lieutenant Yanqing, aren't you supposed to be on the Sky Splitter? Is it alright?
Thank you for your concern, but I...
Who are you? Don't you know that Stargazer Navalia is on—
Hey, chill out. They're just a few lost...
But Stargazer Navalia is the shipbuilding port of the sea.
Official document?
That makes perfect sense. So you're now in.
Yeah, we've received orders from the higher-ups, so we've...
Hey, you there! Please refrain from wandering around. No, not at all. Actually, I'm here to...
A peculiar...
Yeah, we've had... This is just weird. I'm sorry, but I need to...
So, it seems that some board...
I think he's genuinely here to investigate this.
Remember when I mentioned that...
But on the contrary...
Their flimsy disguise...
Why are you still here?
No, I never
Who are you?
Perhaps you haven't met me on the battlefield, but I am certain you've heard my name. Now, I'm asking you a question, so and how many more of your comrades are here? Where were you planning to meet?
This woman! She's the general of the Yaoqing! What are you still waiting for?
Eternal.
Sam in position.
Attack!
Stay in step. Let's improvise.
That's all you got?
The mood is set. Let the show begin!
Like until everything burns to ashes! Set the seas ablaze! Fight to live!
Run! Tell Lord Moktok about this!
Because I need it.
You were our war slave, so you should know you want me to talk. Fine. Try.
If I were to do that, I wouldn't be any different from you. I am the arrow that pierces the wolf's heart. I grant you a swift death.
That's exactly what I desire. Wolves that... But sadly, you didn't catch my partner. He will.
Before you close your eyes, you should know that I allowed him to escape. Because he will lead the Cloud Knights to Hule's hideout.
Is this how you leave one side open? You let that Borison escape?
This is the most common hunting tactic used by... I know the methods of these abominations all too well. They always leave an escape route for their prey, allowing them to flee in fear.
Have you witnessed these things firsthand? That guy called you a...
Well, just a hazy past that I can barely recollect. Not all Foxians are lucky enough to be born on a Xianzhou ship. I grew up in one of the worlds where Borison roam, known as the Fallen Territory. To the Wolf Masters, Foxians are nothing but property. Cannon fodder used to slow down the Xianzhou attacks on the...
But you survived. And not only that, you became the general of the Yaoqing.
Speaking of stories, you've reminded me that now is not the time for them. Waldza, we've sent the warning from Stargazer Navalia. What's the situation on your end?
I've found them. Zhao Cho is trying to stall Hule, and he signaled me to not reveal my...
Trust his judgment and keep watching. We'll be right there.
I believe the warning we sent will stop Hule from attacking Stargazer Navalia.
The hunt is not over yet.
Please, save me.
I want to live.
Zhao Cho, find a medical ingenium and give that kid a shot! Hurry!
I see. How is the front line?
The Borison Beast ships have already landed on the Fenghu. It won't be long before this place is overrun as well.
What about General Yueyu? Any news from her? I'm her healer. I should stay by her side at a time like...
She asked me to tell you that she's not coming back. She must protect the General asks you to save that kid. The girl fought desperately just to bring us all back here alive. I've never seen such a brutal fighting style. Her body... it's...
Her blood pressure is dropping!
Loud and clear! Get me some tumble dust. We've got to start the operation right... I will bring...
Is that why you're so determined to learn my secrets? So she saved you all in that great battle on the Xiangzhou Fenghu 3 decades ago. But to your surprise, you discovered her Borison bloodline while she was a deaf... Moktok told me that she was a war slave who escaped from the Eclipse Pack. Oh, what a twist of fate.
Now I understand. No wonder she displayed such astounding power, determination.
And she... Moon Rage, a blessing for wolves, and a curse for foxes. For Borison, to have their bodies torn apart by Moon Rage and transform into a beast, is the ultimate joy. But for you Foxians with poor regenerative abilities, it means certain... with the burning fury in her heart, that Foxian general will eventually lose her sanity and indulge in endless bloodshed. The scars on her body will not be caused by enemy weapons, but by the immense power she can't withstand. One day, and in return for saving her life, you intend to give everything to solve this...
Hulei. Do you know, all this time, I've devoted my life to bringing back those who sacrificed their lives to monsters like you. I exhaust, but once again, they rushed into battle. And then I heard of their death like a useless idiot. I saved a fish named Life, so I asked myself, why were they so eager to run toward their death after they had recovered from their wounds?
I can
Eventually, I realized that their deaths held value. They placed the weight of their sacrifice on the living, granting us strength. With a coin forged by their deaths, they exchanged something more. Everything I'm doing now, following you so closely, is just for one reason. Even your death has value. It will pave the way for a peace.
The thoughts in your pathetic head are hard.
Did you already know?
Yes, I did. As Borison, we understand the value of death more than anyone. And as a healer who has witnessed so much death, what a shame, what a shame. Your story actually sparked a trace of respect for you in my heart.
Can you even feel respect?
Of course. Because I caught a whiff of my own kind in you. Unfortunately, as the wolf's creed goes, gift the wolf a dead end where new paths arise. Raise him, that's why I'm keeping you alive for now. I want to show you how we will consume your flesh and blood, nourishing our own. We will crush your hopes and dreams, clearing a path for our hunt. You are feeble.
My lord, we received a message. Our arrangement at Stargazer Navalia has been discovered. We must act quick.
Then, Mock Talk.
It's the Sky Splitter. The ship that the Wardens will be held on is about to set off. The Skyfaring Commission will clear the air routes. And if our star skiffs try to escape, we'll...
Calm down, Mock Talk. Look at you now. Hide.
As I said, I'd sacrifice my dignity for your return.
Hope? The Borisin have forgotten the Wolf's creed. Weak creatures bringing me back instead of choosing a new master only proves the decline of our pack. And as for the prophet who manipulated you into saving me, she's just a liar trying to use Duran's offspring. Mock Talk, let me tell you how the Borisin will rise to power.
But, Great Warhead, our packs are not here. We can't...
Our packs are not here. Wherever I go,
Stay away. Just don't come any closer. No!
Mock Talk, we're the apex predators at the top of the... As wolves, we create fear. We don't become servants to it. If you're blind to the path, I will be the crimson moon that lights the way for you. Share my crimson blood with our brethren. Use it to infect those Foxians and strike... Now, you devious monkey. Come.
Chow Chow.
Moza. No, he can't run, and neither can you. You've come at the right time. Tell her that I will unleash a massacre here, drowning the Xianzhou Lafu in blood. From this moment on, wolves bearing my blood will hunt on... Follow me, my cubs! We shall stride among the prey! Give the wolf a dead end when new paths arise. Raise him to a doomed fate where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unwork. Do you hear that? The rumble of the cannons. My return will bring back the wolf's creed. In my own way, I shall save our weakened pack and...
The Sky Splitter's gun salute is really loud. So, well, how could they expect to attract people to come and watch if they didn't make a huge spectacle? March, you haven't forgotten. As a representative of the Xianzhou Lafu, that's the spirit. Sounds like you're all fired up. If you could just keep your legs from shaking so much, it would be more convincing, March. As the saying goes, the disciple takes the toil of their master. Remember, you are here under the identity of a Lafu swordmaster, taking the place of your no-good master Yenqing as the ringmaster. But what am I supposed to do if my opponent for this round is super talented and just wipes the floor with me in seconds? I'm still a beginner in swordplay. I don't know where I got the confidence when I agreed to help Come on, there's no need to worry about that. If you are defeated, then your opponent shall have to answer to me. Although, if that happens, the honor and the glory of the Xianzhou Lafu shall all be taken by the... Master Yun Li, please, I'm about to compete. Can you say something that will give me a little confidence? March, think about the great storms that
You, nameless of the Express, have weathered along your many journeys. There's no doubt that you have faced far more terrifying enemies than your opponents here today, right? Don't you feel?
I've trained hard in the art of swordplay over these few days. It's time. Master Yunli, I don't think I'm completely ready.
March, there is no such thing as completely ready.
Miss Yunli, Miss March, this way, please. I was informed of your arrival by Madame Yukong and came to greet the news that you will be the ringmaster in place of Lieutenant Yanqing has been made public, Miss March. Just now, as I passed the contestants' hall, I overheard them all discussing this news. The most common question I heard was, who is March 7th? If they ask you this, how will you introduce yourself? Do you have...
Losers have no right to know my great name.
Is this some kind of villain entrance line?
I see you are both quite relaxed. Impressive, given the imminent danger you face. Miss Yunli's contestant information was registered for the war dance a long time ago. However, as a last-minute entry, the Skyfaring Commission has taken care of the necessary procedures for you. Please, follow this path. The contestant hall is just up ahead.
Thank you, Miss Shikwe.
Come, let's take a look around the contestant hall. So, this is the contestant hall.
Oh, there are so many people.
March, before the war dance begins, my grandfather always told me that a weapon mimics its master. That means that a person's weapon will reflect their habit. You've seen me wield old metal before, haven't you? Tell me, what did you...
Master Yunli's old metal is taller than a person. Being able to wield a weapon like that must mean that you have
Observing the weapon that your opponent uses, assessing what kind of battle skills they excel at, and where their weaknesses lie, is the key to victory in battle. A shockingly heavy sword like mine, for example, is obviously not suited for a long, drawn-out battle. So, it would be best to find a way to
Why would you
That's the only way to ensure that we have a fair fight, don't you think? I don't want to see you go and lose to someone else, after all. Now is a perfect opportunity to learn how to evaluate your opponents. Let's use the people here in the contestants' hall to practice.
Know myself and know...
Ugh. I am not used to wearing clothes like this at all. Oh! You're March 7th!
That's right.
As you can see, I am the journalist entrusted with interviewing contestants on site.
I see the Skyfaring Commission has really gone all...
That's right! A big event like this just can't go ahead without a few... Oh! First, the question that is on everyone's minds. Lieutenant, this is just gossip from unreliable sources, but Then what is the real... You're kidding. That's a huge scoop! Once the war dance begins, you will be challenged by master swordsmen from many different worlds, Miss March 7th. Are there any that you're looking forward to facing in particular? May I ask who that... Who? Oh, are you talking about a contestant here today? Thank you very much for accepting my interview. Much appreciated.
I came here because who would have imagined this last-minute replace?
If I'd known I could use multiple weapons at once, I'd have brought my bow.
Hello, miss. Are you here to take part in the Ringmaster's challenge?
That's right. I'm the...
What?
Don't worry. I'm a newbie swordmaster who's only been practicing the art...
March 7th. Standing before you is a seasoned Cloud Knight who has practiced swordsmanship.
Tricking the opponent into underestimating me is a valid tactic.
Yes. Yeah, I understand what's going on, Miss March 7th and Miss Yun Li. I'm actually not... nothing out of the ordinary. Another awkward pause. I knew it. Did you get it? Wolves sounds like waves?
He's actually explaining his joke.
Making things awkward really is...
There are still many guests arriving here. Please be cautious.
Understood.
The first round of the war dance is...
Me? Looking at these, can I understand why...
So, do you want to go out and... Very well. Go.
That's enough knowing.
You're even asking deep?
It's saying, I am not a contestant.
Well, looks like she's done with her... That's enough knowing the enemy for... If we walk through here, we'll be able to see the war dance's official venue.
Wow, so this is what it's like from the spectator's seat?
Look over there. That's the ring we'll be standing on.
Master Yun Li?
Well, it's too late for...
Almost time for... As soon as I think about the mission General Huayan gave me, my heart starts racing like crazy.
It's when it stops beating that we need to worry. Just take in the app. I have to leave for a moment and do some inspections around the ship. This was also part of Grandpa.
I wonder how Master Yanqing...
Hey!
General, report! The teams are in position, and the Skyfaring Commission has taken control of the Starskiff lanes.
Activate all side cranes and have them scan everyone coming in and out of the port. Remain vigilant at all times. Any suspicious movements...
Yes, General!
You two, follow me. What's a signal's nearby, but we lost contact just a moment ago.
Could that mean...
He will be fine. Cloud Knights, search for the target. Keep running forward, for this path has no end. Nice form. Shall we compete to see how fast our hunts are?
No matter where I am in the future, I will definitely still hear your singing.
Too slow. I can go even faster.
Oh, existence is unity.
Join the battle. Attack!
Dreams do come true.
Step up, let's see ya. Nice second, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
The mood is set. Let the show begin!
Like until everything burns to ashes! Set the seas ablaze!
Oh, eternal. All will be swept away by the wind.
Detonate!
Until everything burns to ashes! Set the seas ablaze!
Existence is unity.
Let the show begin!
My friends? Indulge yourselves! Attack!
Until everything burns to ashes!
All will be swept away by the wind.
Detonate!
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
What's a signal's nearby, but we lost contact just a moment ago.
Could that mean...
Keep running forward, for this path has no end.
Oh, existence is unity.
Let the show begin!
My friends? Indulge yourselves! Attack!
Until everything burns to ashes!
All will be swept away by the wind.
Detonate!
Until everything burns to ashes! Set the seas ablaze!
What's a signal's nearby, but we lost contact. Keep running forward, for this path has no end. Too slow. I can go even faster. Just a moment ago.
Could that mean...
He will be fine. Cloud Knights, search for the target.
All of you, get out of my...
Wait.
General, I failed you.
A declaration. That's right. I've been holding back the urge to slit his throat all this. If you, the great Merlin's Claw, mortal enemy of the Borisin, are able to join him in a little...
Hunting is not a game. It is a battle of life and death.
Die, you lowly beast! Die!
Save your breath!
Need a shot. Great job! Night. Stars echo. Welcome to my...
Nice psychic, my friends. Indulge yourself!
No return, all of you!
Wowza.
I wasn't able to save Zhao.
Tell me, how is he planning to declare this war against me?